This could cause a change in your workflow. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. If you've been following me for very long, you probably remember that I've talked to you about taking text from the environment and turning it into editable digital text. In April, we learned how to turn handwriting into text with Google Lens. In July, it was how to convert handwriting to editable text with ChatGPT. And in September, I showed you how to use Gboard to quickly turn print into editable text. Today, I'm going to show you a fourth way, and I'm especially excited about this one because we're also going to take natural speech, up to 25 minutes of it, and be able to transcribe it into editable text and then summarize it if that's your desire. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's turn some text from the environment into digital text using Evernote. First up, when you're in a meeting or you're on a phone call, do you take notes by hand? Most people do. But to make those notes valuable later, we need to be able to find them. We need to be able to find them quickly, and we need to be able to find them from any connected device. So it means digitizing those notes. Now, you could scan the pages one at a time and let OCR capabilities help you find the stuff. We've had that capability for years. But what if you want to then copy and paste some of that somewhere else? Well, you've got a problem. But let's take a look at what Evernote will do, and it does it now. Here's an example of my handwriting. Maybe you can read it, but if you can, I'll bet it has to do, at least in part, with context. I mean, look at the word handwriting. Look at the W and the R. Look at the ing. If you only saw those letters and you didn't see the rest of the context, would you know what those letters are? So I pick up my camera and I tap the camera icon on the Evernote home screen widget. One tap and a new note appears and my camera is active. One more tap and I take a picture. That picture shows up in the note. Now, nothing special to this point. You see, we've had that capability for years, but here's what's new. Notice at the top of the picture, you see a button that says transcribe. I tap it. Now look at what I get. It's a perfect transcription of my cursive. I can copy and paste that text anywhere. I don't have to do the transcription right now. I can actually come back to this note anytime in the future and look at that handwritten note, just tap the button and transcribe right there on the spot. Now, let's give Evernote transcription more of a challenge. Here's part of the Gettysburg Address, again, with my messy cursive handwriting. I pull out my phone, I tap the camera icon to create a new note and open my camera. I tap to take a picture of that note, and then I hit the transcribe button. The results are perfect, and I can copy and paste the resulting text wherever I want it. Let's give Evernote transcription another challenge. I take a picture of a cover of a book. The cover contains print, cursive, and an image. And I want to show you something in particular. In the lower right corner is the letter R. It's the logo for the publisher, Routledge. And the leg of that R has Routledge. It has the Routledge spelled out in very small text, rotated 90 degrees to form the leg of that R. So let's see what Evernote does with all of that. I take my picture, I hit the transcription button. Look, it grabbed every word from the cover, and look at what else it did. It grabbed the word Routledge. Let's do one more. My wife was sending me to the grocery store. Now, my list included a certain kind of aluminum foil and a certain kind of milk. To be sure I got exactly the right thing, I decided to take pictures of both of those items so that I could just compare what was at the store to what the picture was that I was looking for was. So, just for the fun of it, let's see what Evernote would do if we touch the transcribe button. Notice the note is reading the box of Reynolds wrap upside down. And with the milk, notice that sitting inside the refrigerator is not only that carton of milk, but also some other items, and those items have some small text. All right, so I take my picture, I hit transcribe on each of the two pictures, and look at what I get. First, you see the text about the Reynolds wrap. Just below that is the text from the picture of the milk. And now notice that Evernote accurately picked up everything, every bit of it. Wow, amazing. And I can copy and paste any of it anywhere. Think of all the places that you could use this. Going back to the grocery store, for example, if there's a recipe or something on the side of a soup can or something else, you could just simply take a picture of it with your phone, hit transcribe, and now you can copy and paste that recipe wherever you want and edit it to your needs. But wait, there's more. Let's talk voice to text transcription. I've talked for many years about this particular topic. Way back when we were all using Blackberries, I used a service called Jot. It let me speak my tasks into my Blackberry, and it turned whatever I was saying into, digital text into the task. And in recent years, we've all had the ability to tap that little microphone icon on our keyboards on the mobile devices and just talk, and it turns it into text for us. Now, there were some little catches in there. For example, punctuation, you would have to say the word period or comma to get those to appear. Capitalization was always hit or miss. But Evernote's new voice to text transcription is amazing. You just simply talk as if you're talking to another person. In fact, that other person can talk back to you as well. Now, you're probably saying, well, Frank, this is nothing special. We've had voice recorders on our phones forever. And I've also liked the fact that Evernote had that ability right inside a note instead of using a voice recorder and the recording was saved over in that app. In Evernote, you could tap the little microphone, speak, and your audio recording was saved right there inside that Evernote note. But we're going a step further even than that. I made a little short recording of just a little bit of the Gettysburg Address, and I want to play that for you right now. Just bear with me as I make my point. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who gave their lives that a nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. Okay, now I should have waited just a second before I started recording. You notice the first three words were cut off, and the sound that you heard in there, it was a little notification that I'd gotten a text message. So all that is on me. So here that recording is safe and sound inside an Evernote note, and I could play that recording back. But here's the thing that's new. See the little transcribe button? One tap turns my speech into text. Evernote understands the words. It also understands the concept because it's using some AI, and the transcription is incredibly accurate. Again, the text transcription is missing the first three words because my audio was missing the first three words, and that's on me because I should have paused just a little bit. Think of the change in your workflow. The question for each of us with these two new capabilities is, how will it change the way that we work? How will it make things easier for us? Now, I'm going to come back a month from now with some general thoughts on these lines because I think it is something that is very, very significant. But that's another talk for another day. I hope you get great benefit from these two techniques that we talked about. And if you enjoyed this episode, there's plenty more over at frankbuck.org. Join the email list when you get there for 2 free gifts so that you never miss a thing. Thanks for stopping by. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.